Hi all, I'm Rachel and I'll be talking about my collections management assignment. The subject I decided to look at was the Yellowstone National Park Nonfiction Collection at Herrick District Library in Holland, Michigan. I examined both the adult and children's collection on the topic, ranging from nonfiction picture books to real-life accounts of bear attacks in Yellowstone. The users that I identified for this collection consist of a range of people, including vacationers, conservationists, history buffs, and just general readers of nonfiction looking for a good story. National Geographic is one of the foremost contributors towards literature on Yellowstone National Park through guidebooks, photography books, and educational children's literature. In terms of guidebooks, major producers such as Moon Guidebooks consistently release updated and specialty guides concerning Yellowstone. A major author associated with the Yellowstone literature, who as the official Yellowstone historian, has written a number of books about the park and continues to do so. His name is Lee Whittlesey. There are a number of trends associated with the literature produced about Yellowstone, most of which has to do with the park's nature and wildlife. This includes literature about how climate change affects the park's vegetation, the snowpack, and wildlife movement patterns. Speaking of wildlife, that is also one of a very popular trend in Yellowstone literature, especially the process to reintroduce gray wolves into the park's ecosystem. Long-term research has been and is still being conducted about the effects of the 1988 forest fire, which affected almost 800,000 acres of park land. In terms of travelers and visits to the park, the statistics indicate a consistent increase in visits, suggesting a growing interest in the park and the need for more literature on it. When I evaluated the collection of materials at Herrick District Library, I could not locate their collection policies. As such, I looked into their mission statement, the local demographics to determine user needs, and used the collection policy of the nearby Kent District Libraries as a guide. I found that the KDL evaluation criteria of currency, accuracy, understandability, community inclusiveness, and varied collection items fit closely with Herrick's mission statement. Through my analysis of the local demographics, I found that Holland, Michigan has a significant Spanish-speaking population whose needs are not being met. For item selection, I once again had to utilize another nearby library's policy due to the lack of a Herrick-specific policy. The Grand Rapids Public Library's policy concerning item selection covers relevance to community needs, accuracy, timeliness, currency, and validity of the item selected, the current or historical significance of the title, suitability of physical form, such as a physical book if it needs to be large print, and the e-resources as well as audiobooks, ebooks, etc. It also looks at whether there is a public demand or local interest in the subject, as well as a comparison with the existing collection to see if it fits well. And of course, looking at the cost. For item deselection, I used GRPL's deselection policy of weeding items that are damaged, inaccurate, have newer, more comprehensive resources available for purchase, have a very low circulation, or have duplicates within the collection and therefore can take one out without losing any of the knowledge. I combined all these with the CREW method, which covers many of the same basic aspects, such as circulation level and if it's damaged or is an inaccurate or misleading information. One of the main challenges I faced was finding good Spanish language resources about Yellowstone National Park to add to the collection. There are very few options available for purchase, and a significant portion of those were old and out of date, generally from in like the 80s or the 90s, so not very useful. My final challenge was the obvious problem of wanting to buy all the new books, regardless of the budget, and not get rid of any of the titles in the existing collection either. I think Freddie Mercury put it best when he said, "I want it all." Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.